snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hi guys, so I am here today to do another batch graphic review of all the different graphic things I have recently read. I have read quite a few graphic novels recently, which is very, very exciting because I love graphic novels and I love discovering new things. Let's get straight into it. The first one I have to show you guys is Umbral. This is book one of Out of the Shadows and it's by Anthony Johnston. I definitely have been intrigued by this for a really long time, but didn't actually get around to it until very recently. And I picked this one up because it's very, very purple inside. Like, purple is the running theme and the colour within, and I absolutely love purple. Purple's my favourite colour. Also, it said it was about this young girl called Rascal who lives in a criminal city, which sounds pretty cool, and she's friends with the prince, and basically stuff starts going wrong when she tries to steal something called the Oculus, and demon things start appearing. Now, I thought the concept of this sounded really fun and really interesting and quirky, and it is all of those things. I don't think the story lived up to what it says it is going to be. I think that it needs more. I don't know if I'll continue with the second one or not. I'm kind of torn because I would like to see it improve and get better, but I don't know if it will, because I think the artwork is really nice. Like, I do like the artwork. I think it is nice artwork and I think it's definitely considered, but I'm not sure if the storyline makes enough sense for an entire volume. Usually if you read issue by issue, you don't always get the full picture for a couple of issues, but considering a whole volume, I would like to get a bit more of an overview than we do in this one. So although I really did like this one, I thought it was really fun and exciting and the artwork was good, I still don't think the story was quite up to scratch. So I'd be interested if any of you guys have read this, what you think of it. I'm unsure whether to continue or not at the moment. I gave this one a 3 out of 5 stars, but I'm not sure if I will carry on. Let me know your thoughts if you've read this. The next one I have to show you guys is Legends of the Guard, Volume 2 of the Mouse Guard. This is by David Peterson and many other various different authors and illustrators, and I really, really enjoy this series. It's basically an anthology or collection of different illustrators all coming together to tell their own stories within the Mouse Guard world, which was originally created by David Peterson. And it's really fun. It's set in a little tavern where all of these mice are getting together to calm down, chill out after their day of work, and they basically have a competition to see who is going to tell the best story about what's happened in their life or something that they've heard or whatever it wants to be, but it has to be involving the Mouse Guard. And it's really, really cute and cool, and I definitely enjoy these because they're a great way to discover new illustrators. I think some are better than others. The first volume of this I enjoyed more overall, but there are some really, really wonderful art styles within this, and they're all quite different, as you can see. It's a mixed bag. Like, you're always going to get some stuff you really like and some you don't with this sort of thing, and I would say nearly all of them I liked, so that's good. But I did have one or two that I wasn't that big a fan of, whereas in the first volume I liked everything. So it slipped a little bit from that, but it's still really fun. It's still very likeable. None of these stories are particularly deep, I will say that. None of them are going to make you think or anything. It is just a light, fun read, and if you want that sort of thing, then it's totally cool. If you don't, then it's probably not something worth spending your money on. For me, I really enjoyed discovering new illustrators and artists, and I absolutely fell in love with the mice from this storyline and the way that they tell stories and the competition that they are all involved in. So I would definitely say it was a fun read overall, and I gave this one a 3.5 stars. The next one that I read is actually one I got sent for review, and this is one that was on my most anticipated reads of the 2016 year, or the beginning of 2016. This is Cloth Lullaby, The Woven Life of Louise Bourgeot, or Bourget, I'm not sure how you say it. It is by Amy Noveski and pictures are by Isabel Arsenault. I love the illustrations within this, I have to say. It was very, very kindly sent to me by Abrams, so thank you to them for sending it to me. And I really, really enjoyed this, actually. It's very simple. It is a biography of Louise Bourget, who was an artist, and it basically is a very simple depiction of her life and what she got up to and how she was influenced to make the things that she later did. I'm sure you'll all agree that this is put together absolutely beautifully. It's quite a large book and the pages are intimate and beautiful. They have a real lyricism to them. I think the text and the images blend really well. The story is simple because it is just a biography essentially, but it works because it includes quotes from the actual artist of Louise herself, which I really, really like. And we have some pages that are just absolutely stunning, like this one. I mean, that is my favourite page probably, but yeah, it's just stunning, and it's the front cover, so obviously they thought it was one of the best too. It's so beautiful, and I would highly recommend this if you have young children, or if you're just interested in art and art books, then I would definitely recommend this one because it's just beautiful, and it didn't take me very long to get through, but I know it's one that I'll continue to flick back through because the art is so beautiful that I want to look at it, and I want to see all the things that I miss out on and the nuances and the beautiful things, and it is just beautiful. So definitely a fun one, definitely a quick read, and definitely a beautiful one, which is the highest selling point and praise in my eyes for anything that is kind of a graphic work. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars and would highly recommend. The next one I have to talk to you about is Volume 4 of Lazarus. This is by Rucker, Lark and Arcus, and I've been waiting for this for absolutely ages, so I was really happy to finally get my hands on a copy. I didn't love this one quite as much as Volume 3, which has been my favourite so far by a long way, but I still really enjoyed this. Definitely still would recommend this series as a whole because it is just fantastic. I think the wait between volumes is kind of causing it to have less of an impact on me than if I read this straight away after Volume 3, because it's been a long time since I read Volume 3, and waiting for this kind of detracted some of my excitement. Like, I was still really excited for it, but I think I forgot some of the story, and so remembering that took a little minute. I did really enjoy it still, and I know that all of my friends who have read this have enjoyed it as well, so I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. The artwork in this series is not my favourite, but it works for what it is, and it's quite good at being dramatic and exciting, and definitely great battle scenes within this, which isn't something I say a lot, but it's a good thing. And the first issue within this follows the story of a nun travelling around. I found that really interesting, actually. I found her storyline, that one issue, really, really interesting. So that was definitely opening up the world a bit more and telling us a bit more about who the people outside of the families are. It's a dystopian world, and it just is pretty cool. So that's that one. And I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. The next one I have to talk to you about is Descender. This is Volume 1, and it's by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. This is beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and it's all done in watercolour, which I adore. I think it's beautiful. I love watercolour, and I love people who can do watercolour well, and I can't do watercolour that well, so I admire them immensely when they can, and I think this is a beautiful series. It's about this young character, this one here, called Tim. He is an android. In the time that we see, there are many different planets that people inhabit, and Tim wakes up on a fairly uninhabited planet many years after all of the rest of the robots in the whole universe have been outlawed, and he doesn't really know what's going on, but instantly when he wakes up, loads of people track his signal and try and find him, and there's kind of a war on and things are going downhill. It's very adventurous, very dramatic, absolutely wonderful, lots of exciting stuff going on all the time. 4 out of 5 stars, would highly recommend. The final one that I want to mention to you is the one that I enjoyed the most, and I would recommend this one the most, but I know it's not going to be for everyone. This is Sunstone Volume 1. It's by Stefan Sijic, and I loved this. It is about a lesbian relationship and a BDSM relationship, so it's definitely not something that everyone will enjoy. However, if you are interested in either of those topics and you want to see it done well, done tastefully, done beautifully, really true to life and not true to like porn or something like that, this is the graphic novel to read. It is stunning. The artwork within this is absolutely beautiful, jaw-droppingly beautiful. I loved it so much. The storyline is so cute, so realistic, so genuine, something I connected with a lot when I was reading the characters. I just enjoyed their personalities and the way that they thought about the situation and approached it and were just genuine people. I loved that so much. It was fantastically written. It's written and drawn by the same person, and he's a man, but he does this female relationship and empowerment and this awkward but fun storyline so well. I absolutely loved it. would highly, highly, highly recommend. I can't show you too many of the pages because some of them are quite explicit, but the first few pages aren't, so I'll show you some of them, and I think you'll all agree the sunrise, sunset, oh, they're so beautiful. I just love them. It's really cutesy, it's really lovely, and I adored this. So I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. That is everything I've recently been reading that is graphic novel format. I would love to hear your thoughts on any and all of the ones I just mentioned because they're all fantastic. I really, really liked all of them, some more than others, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Please do leave them in the comments below. I would love to talk to you, especially if you have questions about Sunstone. Please leave them because I looked at the cover and thought, oh, I'm not sure that's for me. It could be really, you know, nasty, it could be a bit raunchy, that sort of thing. It's not, and I promise you it is not. It is well worth picking up if you have any interest in this sort of subject. So definitely talk to me in the comments and let me know all of your thoughts. Thank you all for watching. I will see you all again soon in another video. Bye! Me and you gonna have a little chat.